John.
Thank you. My novel's Entertaining Strangers, which is a novel about ants, the Great Fire of Smyrna, and vermouth. And what I'm going to do is just read to you, sort of do something different, read to you from the afterword of the novel. So not actually part of the novel, but the afterword, which kind of sets out what was the starting point of the novel, which is a real-life incident that happened to me in 2001. It's March 2001. Whilst my father is in intensive care in Stoke-on-Trent, I've had to come back to Loughborough for a few days to work. Late one night, I'm staggering home, drunk and bent forwards like a Parkinsonian, watching the pavement cracks under my feet, trying to avoid them like I did as a child. I feel a pressure on my shoulder and hear a voice. The voice is saying, I'm homeless and I've not eaten anything in 36 hours. Do you have anything on you? Anything kebabish? I draw, no. Then, yeah, I mean, no, I don't have anything here. But yeah, why don't you come home and eat our freezer? As the voice and I walk back together to my house, I'm saying over and over, I hope you're not a thief or murderer or rapist or anything. I don't want you to kill me, please. I promise I won't kill you, says the voice, who doesn't seem offended at all. Back at my house, I drunkenly empty the freezer onto the grill. Sausages, bacon, chips, even pies. Yes, it is possible to grill pies. I ask the voice's name, and she tells me, Juliet, it's my favourite play. She doesn't look like the RSC's version of Juliet, with a shaved head and khaki jacket. Whilst Juliet watches the food burn, I drink vermouth by the pint. I ask her about herself. Why is she on the street? Where does she come from? Is it a story of a pair of star-crossed lovers and death-marked love? Loughborough's Juliet, though, won't answer these questions, except to tell me she's been homeless for a couple of weeks, having run away from someone, somewhere, for some why I'll never know. Instead, she prefers to talk about abstractions, domestic violence, debt, and my father. After Juliet's eaten all the pies, I ask if she wants anything else. She says a bath. I don't like smelling like this. After a bath, I tell her she should sleep in a house for a night. I offer her my bed. No, I couldn't possibly take your own bed from you. She thinks for a minute, unless we share it. I obviously look shocked, because she adds, I don't mean like that. I promised I wouldn't rape you, didn't I? Instead, I make her a bed on the floor. I hide my wallet under my pillow and feel guilty for doing so afterwards. Lights off, we settle down. She's already noticed the records in my room, and now she whispers, can we listen to something whilst we go to sleep? She searches through the LPs and CDs scattered everywhere and retrieves one. Can we hear this, she asks. It's a favourite of mine from long ago. I used to play it. I say yes and snore off with a homeless woman called Juliet on my floor, crying to Elgar's strange piano miniature in Smyrna. Early next morning, with a vermouth hangover, I find Juliet in the kitchen eating burnt toast. My housemate, a chronic, depressive, dipsomanic, insomanic anarchist, is swinging the remains of a vermouth and reading out of a chapter of his PhD to her. The chapter concerns the part played by ants in 1930s literature. Juliet seems quite content, listening and munching away. I whisper to my housemate, it's not what you think. He says, I wasn't thinking about anything except ants. He hasn't even noticed there's a different face in the house. He's just pleased there's a different receptacle for his ant meditations. And suddenly, Juliet is gone. She says she hopes my father will be okay soon, thanks me for the pies and the Elgar, kisses me on the cheek, and whispers that she now believes in English gentlemen again. The door slams behind her. and I go back to my room to nurse my hangover and her compliment. I never saw her again, of course, but this book is at least partly for and because of her.